I mean, it's a great story. It's so much fun, and Gene Shepard is such a great writer. Now, of course, in the movie, he does narrate a little bit, and it's actually Gene Shepard's voice.
Right.
And he does narrate a little bit, but mostly Peter Billingsley carries the action of the show. How much pressure are you putting on your actor?
The script is a little different in that there is a narrator. There's Ralphie kind of grown up who's talking to you. And my kind of envisioning of it is that he is now grown up and he's talking to his kids about his favorite Christmas that he ever had.
Okay.
So the script very wisely doesn't ask a 13-year-old boy to carry the whole thing.
Right.
It puts most of the weight and the talking on our older actor. Now that said, like, your Ralphie has to have a lot of heart. It has to really be someone they identify with.
Right.
You know, when he goes insane and beats up the bully at the end, you really have to believe that he's been
Scott
pushed to the
Farkas.
edge. Yeah.
What a
So
terrible name.
I know. Yeah. And we were doing the search for Ralphie, where we went all over town. We went to 4 different locations and had this kind of like American Idol 3-stage search that just culminated at the fair on Sunday. And I don't know if you've seen it online, but there is this. Yeah, it's great. Like, when he wins, he's so sweet because he goes down like to have a moment to himself, and then he comes up and everyone starts cheering Ralphie. So he's great. But the script is very wisely in that it's a lot of the adults remembering as opposed to asking the kids to carry it all. So it's very smart in that sense.
Right. And of course, your sound designer is going to have a lot of fun with this show. Other than just creating the bump of sounds, I mean, there's a soundtrack to this show.
No, there is. There are tons of music. There's a ton of voiceovers. There's a radio announcer. There is, there's a full plate for him.
And costuming, of course, will be fun too. The bunny costume.
Yeah. Anytime you can put a small child into a bunny costume, that's great. Or wrap up someone so that you can only see their eyes. That's good times also. Yeah, but I think it's fun to do a nostalgia piece because it's a great thing to be able to say, like, okay, what was the style of shoes in 1938 Indiana? Or was there a style of shoes in 1938, Indiana?
Right. And who's doing the costume design?
All of our resident designers that live here are doing it, with the exception of our set designer. It's a gentleman named Scott Bradley, out of New York, that is known for his big, colorful sets. So he is, and he's coming back to do 2 Humana shows with us also. So it's
great. Okay.
Yeah.
Because one of the difficulties about costume design and historical costume design is that the materials don't hang the same way. 1930s material hung a particular way when it was cut and pressed, and you can't get that in modern material, so a lot of times they look for actual vintage clothing.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll do a lot of shopping of this.
I'm sure.
But also, like, we have really great costume shops. They're able to build almost next to anything that we need. Yeah. They make magic down there.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Actors Theatre probably has one of the best production teams in the country.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that's why it's fun to take on such a large show like this with these people.
Yeah.